Speaking of which, J.D. Vance, he's weird. Here's how weird he is.
That's for sure.
Here's how weird he really is. He went to the southern border yesterday.
Like there's anything going on there.
What are you doing down there? What? Like, there's a problem at the border? What a weirdo. Were you drinking a Diet Mountain Dew while you were there? What a weirdo.
Did you see that? Speaking of the Mountain Dew, did you see Whitmer's ad for her new book and stuff?
No.
Oh, and she's sitting in front of a desk, and she's got her book. She's hawking her new book, and somebody brings her a Diet Mountain Dew, and she shoves it off the desk and then drinks a Verner's, which is a Michigan thing. But that's her slam against JD.
Ooh,
Diet
wow,
Mountain
that's
Dew.
powerful.
Ooh,
wow.
that makes me want to buy your book.
Yeah. So ridiculous. So the border czar Kamala isn't down there, but J.D. Vance is.
They started their administration. Kamala Harris came into office making promises, and she kept those promises to open the American southern border. They stopped deportations on day one. They stopped construction of the border wall on day one. We see the border wall sitting here, ready to be completed behind us, and that can't happen because of Kamala Harris's administration. They reinstated catch and release, and they stopped remain in Mexico. So all of these asylum claimants who come to our border, they can now get released into our country because they're not forced to stay in Mexico while we adjudicate their asylum claims. And we have to remember that as terrible and idiotic as these policies were, they cause real human beings to suffer. A lot of you know my story, and I have been a little kid waiting at the bedside of his mother, angry that his mom took something that she shouldn't have taken, but praying to God, please, Jesus, let her wake up. And the unfortunate truth is because of the poison that Kamala Harris has let come into this country, there are a lot of those prayers that won't be answered. There are a lot of parents that won't wake up because when you take fentanyl, you don't wake up. It takes your life. So there are a lot of kids out there who have been deprived of second chances with their moms and dads. There are a lot of moms and dads out there who will never see their kids walk down the aisle because of what Kamala Harris has unleashed at this border.
They hate this guy.
I know.
For that reason. Because he's got an incredible story. And what are you going to say about him? You're going to say he's weird, because that's what we all say about Kamala.
Yeah.
And so they've just applied it to him instead.
Oh, you're just going to blow right past the Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I blew right past it.
Blew right past that, and
and
they, they tried to make it like she was the one tough on the border.
Yeah,
so there's the ad that talks about how she was the one that was tough on the border, and Trump voted against the bill, the immigration bill.
Yeah, you remember when he was in Congress when that came
I don't,
up?
though. I don't.
I don't either. I don't either. He might have recommended that the Republicans don't. Why? Because it was an amnesty bill. That's why. They just need to make this really clear to the American people.
Yeah, they do.
And they're not good at that. So I hope they do it. But the guy's got an incredible story. I mean, he grew up really poor in a bad situation in Tennessee, and that's where the hillbilly thing comes from. They made a movie out of the book he wrote.
Yeah.
He's become a very successful entrepreneur and a very successul U.S. senator, and he's
former military.
An American success story.
Former military.
Right. A Marine, right?
Yeah.
He's the American ideal, really.
He is the American dream.
And they have to make that weird.
Yeah, well, that's exactly the playbook, is to take anything that is traditional American. And in fact, I remember
tear it down.
Reading a quote about 10 years ago that said, if you're a fan of the Founding Fathers, you're going to be an outcast in society before too long.
Oh, wow.
Here we are. It was 10 years ago. And
right. Well, you're a MAGA kook if that's you.
Or
the American, they've made the American flag that.
Yes, they have.
That you're some kind of kook, some kind of crazy
yes, they
weirdo.
Have. They've turned the flag
if you
into
fly the flag.
Here we are.
888-900-3393.